In this video, I'm going to be talking to you about the behaviours of effective learners. We work hard at school to teach students what it means to be an effective learner, and we love it even more when those relationships continues at home, so we can really instill the values of lifelong learners. And that means what students learn in the classroom has context and relevance well beyond these four walls. For example, in reading, there's much more to being a good reader than picking up a book and flicking through the pages. There's also a lot more to reading than understanding which level you're at and why. We want our students to understand what behaviours make some readers more effective than others and what they can do to make sure that they're getting the most out of their experiences. Things you can do at home to help students with reading can be as simple as asking the appropriate questions for the appropriate level. And at Wandin North, we send home literature and questions to support you to challenge your student at the just right point. More important than anything, we want our students to love reading. If we challenge our students at the wrong level, there's a fair chance they might not think reading is for them. We want reading to be part of everyone and everyone here. So we teach the students behaviours that make them feel like they have control of what they do in their reading, what they choose to read, and that they feel like they are the project. The teacher's not teaching them to read, the teacher's teaching them to be a reader. And that's what really gives us bang for buck. We're very strategic in how we set up our classrooms at Wandin North to help the students feel like they're in control of their reading and part of the process. You'll notice when you walk through our school, there's charts, there's supports, and all students will have reading goals displayed on their book tubs, for example, so they know what's just right for them. Sometimes at home it's hard to extend that learning and to set your students up or your children up for success. When you're trying to think about the best conditions for a student reading, it's not that hard. I think the most important thing parents can do is just to think about themselves as readers, whether they enjoy reading for pleasure or reading to learn or reading because they have to. What are the environmental conditions that help you as a reader to do it successfully? Interruptions might be a big one. Dedicated time. I know as a reader myself, sometimes if I only read for 10 minutes and I'm reading a chapter book, I don't get into it. I have to be strategic, have protected time, and set up the right conditions depending on the type of reading I'm doing. The other thing we would encourage is to have a look in your children's school bags. They bring home books every night that the teachers have helped them to choose to challenge them appropriately. Using these books and reading them regularly in a nice, calm space helps students to progress much more quickly. Like us, students need to be involved in a book, they need to be discussing a book, and they need to understand why they're reading the book. So if you can set up a space where they can read calmly and then protect time to discuss their reading with them, the benefits are immeasurable. Above all, the most important thing for us is that when students are reading at home, they're enjoying it, they're loving it, and they feel like readers. If they want to read, they'll enjoy reading and they'll be successful. So please join us in a partnership to help them feel like readers and to foster a love of literacy. It's a very powerful skill.